I told him we should just be friends. He didn't say a word. By the time I got home, I wasn't part of his world anymore. Sounds intense, doesn't it? But that's how it happened. One quiet sentence, and by the time my key was in the lock, I had been erased. If you've ever tried to be gentle and still watched someone leave like you'd screamed at them to disappear, this is for you. I've been there. It started with good intentions. They always do. We weren't officially a couple, but we were far more than friends. We lived in that gray space, the one filled with nightly calls, midday check-ins, inside jokes, shared playlists, and weekends that casually turned into sleepovers. No expectations, no definitions. It felt light, effortless, undefined. And maybe that's where the trouble began. I was still piecing myself back together from something that left me torn. He didn't crash into my life with drama or grand gestures. He simply showed up, again and again, quiet and dependable, like clockwork. And for a while that was enough. That steady presence felt like a warm place to rest. But there's a catch that no one talks about. What happens when someone starts loving you while you're still trying to love yourself? He never spelled it out, but I saw it. In how his eyes softened when I rambled. In how he remembered the tiny, throwaway things I said. In how he made space for my chaos without complaint. And I panicked. Because I knew he wanted something real. And I wasn't sure I could give it. So I said it, that tired, overused line from every messy situation. I think we should just be friends. It wasn't rehearsed or meant to hurt. It just slipped out. We were parked outside my building. He just handed me my favorite snack, something I'd casually mentioned craving days ago. He smiled, so sweet, so unaware of the storm I was about to unleash. I said it softly, as if gentler words could dull the sting. He didn't flinch, didn't argue. No questions, no accusations. He simply nodded, a slow, quiet acknowledgement. Then he unlocked the door and I stepped out. I stood outside my place, the chill of the evening pressing into my skin, hands trembling as I tried to find the right key. My stomach twisted with the weight of what I'd just done. I wanted to turn around. I wanted to undo it. I wanted to say, I'm scared. Not done. But I didn't. Instead, I sat alone on my couch and opened Instagram. Gone. Checked WhatsApp. Blocked. Tried to text. Green bubbles. Twitter. Unfollowed. Like I had never been there at all. The shock was first. Then came the panic. Then that strange tightness in my chest. Like guilt and sorrow were twisting themselves into knots behind my ribs. I hadn't thought it would end like that. I figured we'd slowly drift. Maybe still talk sometimes. Maybe stay in that, not lovers but not strangers space. But he didn't allow for that. He cut the cord cleanly, as if rereading our chapter wasn't even an option. And that hurt more than I was ready for. I tried to convince myself I'd made the right call. He deserved clarity. You can't force emotions. You're not ready, I told myself. But every time I repeated it, the words felt emptier. Because the truth wasn't that I doubted him. I doubted myself. He was steady. He was kind. He was safe. And I didn't know how to accept love that didn't come with wounds and struggle. I was used to fighting for affection, earning my worth, chasing it down. He didn't ask for any of that. He just wanted me as I was. And I didn't know how to handle it. So I ran. I hid behind a phrase people use when they're not brave enough to say, I'm scared of being loved right. It's strange how silence can echo louder than shouting. How being blocked can cut deeper than a cruel goodbye. He didn't lash out. Didn't send a bitter message. Didn't even ask why. He just disappeared. And for the first time, I understood what it felt like to be too late. I won't pretend I haven't tried to write to him. I have. 10 times, maybe more. Started with hey, and ended in backspace. Because how do you talk to someone who saw your hesitation as closure? What would I even say? Sorry I was afraid. Sorry I turned friendship into armor. Sorry I didn't trust that love could be soft. I didn't send anything. Maybe he deserves someone stronger. Someone who doesn't need to destroy the bridge just to realize she wanted to walk across it. If I'm honest, I miss him. Not the idea of him. Him. The way his presence made everything feel less overwhelming. The way he truly listened. The way he saw me, not broken, just still becoming. I don't know if he'll ever see this. I don't know if I ever cross his mind. But if he does, if any part of this reaches him, I hope he understands. I didn't say just friends because I didn't care. I said it because I cared too much and didn't know how to carry that weight. If you've ever pushed someone away before you could explain the reason, if you've used quiet words to avoid messy truths, if you've been blocked and secretly felt like you earned it, I get it. Drop a comment. And if you want more stories like this, real, raw, unfiltered, hit subscribe. Because we all mess up when it comes to love. What matters is what we take from the silence that comes after.